Dara Busch, CEO of HAVAS PR North America. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And, there are many branches of HAVAS.
Yes.
So just curious to start out, what is your branch working on? What kind of work are you guys doing?
So at HAVAS PR, we have two agencies. One is Formula, which was an acquisition about 15 years ago, and they work on everything from corporate technology, consumer brands, a little bit of everything, and some social. And we have an experiential agency called Street that's built into and was born out of HAVAS Formula.
Fun.
And then we have Red, which is part of a global network, and HAVAS Red really works in this merged media system where it's really a multi-channel ecosystem where we combine earned, social, and influencer to create really multifaceted programs for clients that move the needle.
Great. And, there have been a lot of large agencies in the news lately.
Yes.
But I'm curious, what kind of trends are you seeing on an agency front right now? What kind of work are your clients looking for?
It's so interesting. It is a moving target, and I don't even think that you can, as soon as you think you figured it out, you haven't. Earned is really having a glow up, for lack of a better way to describe it. I think that, with AI and the way that earned powers AI, we're in a really interesting space because we have brands and clients that are coming in for real old-fashioned earned media programs. And when you look at technology, you're supposed to know technology. It's not, when we look at our teams, there's really 90%, I think is a number. 90% of PR practitioners use data and analytics to create campaigns. And so things that were nice, goals and things to work towards are now very much expected. Earned and PR is not just about earned anymore. It's about social and influencer all three together. And clients are coming to us for these multifaceted programs. So that way we can tell a story across multiple channels. And it's really interesting. And for the first time, ever, it's not about what's the circulation? How many, I had 9 gazillion, billion, trillion views, but who saw it? And now you can really track what we're doing and how does it affect growth. And so, and revenue. And so it's really an interesting, PR is in a really interesting space right now because we are looked at as a growth mechanism for brands. And it's really cool and different.
Does it seem like your clients are very knowledgeable? Like they're like, oh, AI search, so we need these earned media? Or do you find yourself more educating them on the earned media and the benefits of it in appearing in AI search?
I would say D, all of the above. I would say that some clients really understand the value of AI, of data, of insights, using a tool like Meltwater to really dive in and understand consumer behaviors. But when you look at some clients, they don't have a clue, and they're just sort of mom and pop businesses that have done really well, and they just would love to see themselves on the Today Show, and that's okay too. And so one of the things that we do is we build teams that can plus up and plus down depending on what those clients' needs are. What we're also seeing a lot of, especially at HAVAS, is multi-agency briefs where we're working with advertising agencies within HAVAS. We're working with branding firms. We're working on these multi-agency programs, which is neat, which is fun because we can see how the sausage is made when we're making those advertisements. But then how do we use PR as a lever to generate some buzz around what they're doing and what their message is?
Yeah, that's great. I know you mentioned data is a huge tool for any PR person. What do you think is and I know every client is different, but what do you think is the top insight that most PR people are looking at right now? Or what's your favorite insight?
Well, I mean, I would say, it depends on the industry and the brand. There's a lot of, share of voice, I think, is something that I think that it used to be about volume. It's not about volume anymore. And so for every placement or every post or every creator partnership that's come to life, it's not necessarily about how many eyeballs, it's about how good those eyeballs are, and what that message says and how does it resonate. And so looking at share of voice, engagement is key, right? How are people engaging? We're tapping into real audiences in real time that are going to become brand loyalists, brand fans. And so that data and how we use it and how does it come to life is certainly an area that we look at.
Great. Yeah, it seems like share of voice is it's kind of like a conglomeration of a bunch of different tactics. So
and it's different whether that's in earned, it's different whether that's something, an influencer campaign. It's got different meanings depending on different verticals.
And finally, last question, what do you think is going to be your top takeaway from the summit for communicators?
I think that this is a moving target, and if anybody in the world of PR thinks that they know what is next and what you hold on, because we're just starting to understand where insights and analytics can take us. And I think that we need to educate ourselves. Everybody needs to, we all need to, I want to go back and create a glossary of all the terms and share it on our intranet. So that way I'm sure that everybody knows what all these different terms mean. I think there's a lot of folks that really know it well, and there's a lot of folks who don't. And unless you learn and you're a sponge, you are going to be left behind. And there's so many tools at your fingertips. Every day, Meltwater is evolving and growing and creating new things. And if you're not on the front lines and understanding them and using each of the different platforms and tools, you're going to be left behind.
Yeah. That's great. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.